do you want to talk about the Cooper Flagg first, and then we'll set this up? Just about everybody's ranting and raving about what he's going to be out of first pick. Everybody knows that consensus out of Duke, and he's the best thing since sliced bread, and blah 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 blah. I mean, it's just I don't see anything negative. There's not a lot. He's the consensus, and a lot of people are really starting to dissect how good, how great can he be. You have a lot of people, Jim Boeheim, coming out saying he reminds him of Larry Bird. Larry had the better jump shot. He's more athletic, but he's saying he's the most complete basketball player I've seen. He has it all, and his jump shot will continue to develop. Jason Kidd said Grant Hill. He reminds him of Grant Hill.
And that's an interesting person, too, because that's who I was thinking about. And that he can shoot. He's not Reggie Miller or Larry Bird with the shot yet. It could get there so freaking young. My goodness. Just turned 18 not too long ago. He's a heck of a defender. He competes. He blocks shots. He's athletic as heck. So the sky is the limit for them. And this is why it was a foregone conclusion that Dallas is going to take him, because when you watch him, he's one of the rare kids who kind of lived up to the hype from his high school mixtape days. We've known about him now for a handful of years, and then he gets to Duke and he balls out. So the question becomes, how good can he be, and is he a franchise changer? He's absolutely going to be a franchise player, meaning he's the best team player on your team, but is he a game changer? Is he we got shots at finals because we got this kid for a decade, 10, 15 years?
Here's my issue. I get it, the comparisons, because Larry Bird's white, a great white American basketball. I get
Larry Bird, white?
Yeah,
I didn't even notice that.
I get all that. But I think it's just such a reach. I'm dead serious. As somebody who was covering the NBA during that time, watching Larry Bird, I didn't watch him on YouTube. I saw this guy play. He was a monster. He really was. And Larry Bird, let me just give you, talking about Cooper Flagg's going to be the next Larry Bird. Can I tell you, Larry Bird is the only person in NBA history. Did you hear me say only?
Only.
Rookie of the Year, Most Valuable Player, Finals MVP, All-Star MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year. I'm just like, did you hear what I just said? And that's why nobody could have those kind of accolades. It's insane. And I do believe that there's a window. You want to do the white guy, basketball guy thing? Have we got to do that? Christian Laettner, who I think is on the Mount Rushmore of college basketball players.
We think that.
Okay? I do
don't
believe
even think
that.
That's debatable.
I think Christian Laettner for college basketball is up there.
And for those who don't know all your favorites, he gave it to all of them.
He gave it to them big
Shaq,
time.
Get some of this. Chris Webber, get some of this.
They all got it.
He was Larry Johnson and them that second time around in the championship. Get some of this.
I mean, incredible career in college at Duke. So, Christian Laettner here.
Okay.
Larry Bird here.
All right.
And I'm positive Cooper Flagg has a much better chance of being closer to Christian Laettner than to Larry Bird. And that's not to disrespect him at all. I just don't think when people start throwing out names and thinking somebody's going to be – they made this mistake before. And I'm not saying that Adam Morrison was the same as Cooper Flagg, okay? I'm not. But, boy, did they throw his name out. You remember that.
He was a name.
He was a name at that time. Obviously, he didn't live up to it. Christian Laettner, as great of a college player, wasn't a great pro. He was good. He wasn't great. One All-Star, right, appearance.
Yep.
And here's the other thing. And we mentioned Grant Hill and some other Duke players. They don't have a big history of great NBA players. Now, Grant Hill could have been different if they didn't have the injuries.
I think we saw enough to know. Grant
I'm just saying,
Grant was great. Yeah.
But we didn't get to see it in full bloom.
7 more years of Pete Grant. We didn't see that.
Zion.
I don't know what we about to get from Zion.
Well, we don't know. We've seen a little bit, but not enough. And this is my point, is that those are lofty expectations. Every kid coming out, Wemby's going to be the greatest player ever played. Can you pass Kareem first? Like, seriously. Like, I get it, he's a big man. He can do stuff, shoot threes, dribble a basketball, but he's the greatest player ever seen. Now Cooper Flagg is the greatest white player who's ever come out of college. Really? I can't get with it. I just think it's in the anticipation and the expectations are way too lofty to mention him in the same breath as Larry Bird. And if it wasn't for their white skin, I don't believe that people would even come close to saying he was going to be Larry Bird. That's just me, and that's why I say if I had to pick where Cooper Flagg's going to wind up, it ain't going to be all the way over here with Larry Bird. It's going to be somewhere over here closer to Christian Laettner.
I think the guy he's going to look the most like for the first 5-6 years of his career is Paolo Banchero. I think he's going to look like the guy who was just at Duke not too long before him, 2-3 years ago, who was a player, who was a number one pick, and who was a hooper, and we can all see he's going to be, several-time All-Star. I think that is kind of the comp for me. Can he be a little bit better? We'll have to wait and see, but he does have an engine that I love, he being Cooper Flagg. He plays hard. He wants to win. He competes. Now, a couple things that concern me. This isn't just him. This is a Zion thing. This is a Blake Griffin thing. This is a Joel Embiid thing. This is an Anthony Davis thing. This is a Kyrie Irving thing. Guys who I can keep going down the line, by the way, Ben Simmons. Guys who became these all-world, we know they're coming, this number one pick guy, who've done nothing but play basketball since they were 4 and 5 years old. No breaks, no nothing, no football, no tennis, no swimming, no baseball. All I do is hoop. And guess what I do, Rob? I play in my basketball team for high school. I play in my AAU team. I play in a travel team. I play in a couple special tournaments.
8 games a weekend.
I play 8 games a weekend because I'm in the AAU. I got this game on Saturday, this game on Sunday.
Which is crazy.
And then guess what, too? I'll play in special games like a Cooper.
Showcase.
I'll play in a showcase, and I'll play in the Nike things. And I'll play against a USA team. Basketball, 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 basketball. And guess what happens? Let's talk about Lonzo Ball. Let's talk about LaMelo Ball. All these guys who play basketball since they were 4 years old, Zion, like I said, LaMelo, Lonzo, Blake Griffin, they all start breaking down early. And my thing would be, he is very good, and I expect him to have a heck of a career. But I'm like, man, is he going to be the one to kind of buck the trend? And I'm not saying every player, clearly, but a lot of these guys, Ja Morant, they have a lot of injuries, man, because all they've done is when you look back at some of the greats, Michael Jordan, the greatest, played baseball. LeBron, you can say the greatest, second greatest, third, whatever. He played football. Like, guys played.
Michael Jordan played baseball.
Yeah, Michael Jordan played baseball. LeBron played football. Other guys, so you and I talk about Randy Moss, arguably the second greatest receiver of all time. He played like 7 sports. He was an outfielder. He was Mr. Basketball and Mr. Football, West Virginia. He ran track. Utterly ridiculous. So many of this. Kyler Murray, the first player ever to first round in the NFL and Major League Baseball. Ever. Baseball player. Jameis Winston, baseball. Patrick Mahomes, baseball player. Like, these guys played so many. Matthew Stafford, baseball player. Like, so many guys.
He grew up with
Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah. They grew up in the same area.
Exactly. Which is ridiculous, right? But you got potentially
a pitcher, one for sure.
I was heavy on the potential.
You know, all right, go ahead.
I know.
One for sure. Kershaw's a Hall of Famer.
So, but you get what I mean? And that's one of my concerns about Cooper Flagg is like, man, can he be another guy that very good? No doubt about it. But he gets nicked up. And then as far as the player himself, again, the thing we got to relax is when we say a Larry Bird, when we say a LeBron, when we say a Shaq or something of these types of players, what made Larry Bird special wasn't just the jump shot. He's 6'10", he rebounds well. He rebounds way better than people thought. He almost averaged 10 per game for his career. It's the feel for the game. And you can't just say, oh, so-and-so because he's this height, he's this, that, and he's got the feel for the game. LeBron, feel for the game. Magic Johnson,
how about the
Bird for the game?
You notice against the Pistons. Steals the ball, makes a beautiful pass to Dennis Johnson for a game with like stole the ball.
Shoot a ball, miss it, stay, run, go jump, get it, curl it with the left. Feel for the game. One of the best forward passers we've ever seen passing forwards. So when we say things like this, hold up. Because, again, it's the feel for the game. Magic Johnson means well, loves the Lakers more than anything. He said D'Angelo Russell and Lonzo Ball are going to take his records down. They're going to be better than me. Magic, settle down. You're at worst, in my opinion, the 5th best player of all time.
They're not taking your stuff down regardless to who comes. Can we say that?
You went to 9 finals.
Right.
And you only played like 12, 13 years, Magic. Relax.
Right. Your stuff ain't coming down under any circumstance.
Let's just chill with this, the haste to say so-and-so is this. I think Cooper Flagg will be a perennial all-star because I believe it's his athleticism, his tenacity. He wants to be good. He wants to be great. He plays great defense. And I liken him, like I said, maybe a potentially better version of Paolo Banchero, someone who went to Duke. And maybe not the same exact skill set, but at max, not Larry Bird, maybe a Kawhi in the...
And that wouldn't be a bad player to be. Are you kidding?
That's you want to be a Hall of Fame trajectory, but just an ability, because Kawhi handle was nice. It ain't the craziest.
Tatum?
No. I thought of Tatum. He's a little Tatum is not a bad one else either. I think he plays a little bigger than Tatum, but I'm not mad at that. So the Paolo Banchero, the Tatum, guys who went to Duke, he fits that mold as well. He's big, he rebounds. Like I said, he blocks shots, and he wants to win, and he's got a nice mid-range, and he's going to get that long 3-ball once he gets to the NBA. He's scary.
All right.
I remember seeing the videos 2-3 years ago, like, all right, let me see. And then he goes and plays against USA guy. I'm like, oh, shoot.
I'm not saying that. All the scouts, and I'm giving him that. I just think when that's the
Larry Bird is extreme.
Larry Bird is
we got to find a middling white guy. Who's the middling American white guy?
Can we?
No, white American.
Can we say Tom?
But I like that AK-47 comparison.
Tom Chambers.
I thought about Tom Chambers. No,
he was a good player.
Tom Chambers was nice.
I know.
All-star. Tom Chambers is Tom
Go
Chambers.
Google Tom Chambers.
Tom Chambers might actually be the answer.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Here's the parameters. Larry Bird to the far right.
Okay.
Christian Laettner to the far left. Cooper Flagg, which one will he be closer to? Larry Bird, Christian Laettner, or do you have another name for
Tom
us?
Chambers.
Okay.
I like the Tom Chambers.
We want to hear from you on this, 877-99 on Fox. It is The Odd Couple on a funky Flashback Friday.
If it was a college Laettner, that would be a great compliment.
How about David in Tennessee? You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, David?
Hey, guys. How are y'all tonight?
We're great.
I just want to say it's an honor, first of all, to be able to talk to y'all. I listen every night.
Thank you.
Guys, my projection is I see him being more of a Chris Mullin.
Wow, okay. Chris Mullin.
Chris Mullin could move all over the floor. He could score and everything, but he is not that Larry Bird projection. They're handing this young man everything, and they need to back off a little bit, and then let's see how.
Come on, David. This is what we do.
No, but David, I'm with you.
Zion is the new LeBron.
Stop with the Larry Bird. Please, I just read everything Larry Bird did in the NBA.
Larry Bird was better than Magic
David.
for like the first half of the 80s. Like, it was just like, Larry Bird is ridiculous. People forget. Everybody was like, man, let me challenge him. He don't know. Go listen to all the stories people say about him.
All right, got? John in California. You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, John?
He's going to be a Tom Chambers. You can see it. I have to agree with Kelvin because Larry Bird, come on, you're talking rarefied.
Right.
And once he gets in there with that level of competition, we'll see what he's made of. Of course, he's so young, it's hard to tell at this point.
Just turned 18.
I know. I'm just saying people are like, that is lofty. Larry Bird, wow.
I just don't think people understand how the feel.
Rob, we're older.
Yes.
And so we remember how great that guy was.
100%.
He was insane.
I watched and I was covering the league, sitting courtside. I used to just shake my head. I was at the old Boston Garden and watched this guy just put on a clinic.
You know what? By the way, John,
thank you.
John, this is it. He is Tom Chambers. Tom Chambers, 6'10".
Go ahead.
Just like him. Wherever they 6'9", but 6'10". Tom Chambers a 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA, All-Star MVP.
He was a really good player.
Yeah, that's why, for those of you who don't know, and go look up Tom Chambers' dunk on Mark Jackson. If you've never seen it, you want to see a human fly.
Now, he played for the Suns mostly. Who else did he play for?
Yeah, he played for a handful of teams.
The Suns
was like the run when he was he had one season with one All-Star season with Seattle as well.
Okay.
But he was Seattle and the Phoenix Suns were kind of the years. I mean, look, no, he was giving you At his peak, he was giving you 23 a game, 27 a game.
No, he was really good, Tom Chambers.
Listen, 27 and 7, 26 and 8, a few assists. Tom Chambers was nice. For those who don't know, he got a jump shot. He could hit the three. Just they didn't shoot the three like that back in the 80s. Tom Chambers might be 4-time All-Star, 2-time NBA. If Cooper Flagg is that, you can't be mad at that.
How about Ken in Orlando? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Ken?
Hey, how you doing, Rob and Kelvin? How you doing?
Doing well, man.
Great on this funky flashback Friday.
Okay, I'm an old Knick fan back in the Hawthorne, Wingo, Tiki Burden, Foot Bear days. So I know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to give you a name.
Okay.
2 names. One that started in the ABA, then went to the Philadelphia 76ers. Bobby Jones.
Okay.
Bobby Jones, and you remember on that team, Steve Mix, Bobby Jones, all those guys?
Right. I figured Cooper, or he could be a Kiki Vandeweghe.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going there next.
Kiki was some shooter,
Kiki was nice.
I know. But, hey,
all right,
hey,
appreciate
Ken,
you.
real quick, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here.
The Larry Bird talk is crazy to me. I just can't. I can't get with it.
No, not yet. Not.
Right.
And then you got to also talk about, they don't never talk about chemistry, team, defense, how to get other guys better. Can he rise other guys up? Bird did that. Because remember who he had now. He had Parrish, who was almost a journeyman before he got there. He had guys like Kevin
McHale.
Kevin McHale. Dennis Johnson.
Right. Yeah, Dennis Johnson was coming.
Don't forget Cedric Maxwell, who was an all-star and Finals MVP in '81.
No doubt.
Right.
All right.
Archibald, the first Archibald was
Tiny.
going around. Right, so he made guys better and uplifted guys. I mean, he even had ML Carr look good.
He was looking good. Flag. He was waving the towel.
Nobody can wave a towel better than ML Carr. No doubt. All right, thanks.
Appreciate it. That's what I was saying when I said Larry Bird's feel for the game. People just throw that around.
Yep.
Like, it's just Larry Bird. I'm like, that's why Luka's more of a fit because of the style, like the feel. I can pass, I can shoot, and the feel.
Let's squeeze one more in before we get the update, and then we're going to get to more of your calls, so you can still call in 877-99 on Fox. We'll extend the calls on this. Good topic here.
AK-47 wasn't bad, Justin. He's more offensive, but I can see that.
Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, I'm going to agree that Larry Bird is a little bit exaggerated on one end of the spectrum. Not quite. Christian Laettner, a very good college player, obviously didn't transition to the NBA.
Right.
For me, I have 2 names, because he is talented. I think about Mike Miller coming out of Florida. Fast.
No, he'll be better than that.
Okay.
Okay, but again, Cooper Flagg, just the 1 year. Mike Miller, freshman at Florida, took him to the national championship game, came into the NBA, was never broke through to be a star, all-star level player, but a consistent player. And again, the other player that I'm going to bring up, and I'm not sure if Cooper is at this level. This is my view. He's had a good freshman year. He's not wowing me, but a Pete Maravich. Somebody like a Pistol Pete Maravich who was just a savant and really dominated. And in all honesty, as much as I like Cooper, he didn't really show me much domination at Duke. Had a good freshman year, wasn't able to get them over the hump. So I'm not going to crown him on the Larry Bird level. I think Mike Miller, he's a rich man's Mike Miller, but I'm not putting him in the level of all-time greats like Larry Bird.
I want to be with you, Dre.
I'm with you, Dre.
I'm usually with you, Dre, but man, I'm definitely with you on the Larry Bird, but man, he's way more athletic and his engine is way more, revved up than Mike Miller. Mike Miller was nice, but Cooper Flagg's gonna be better than that.
All right, we'll take more of your calls on this 877-99 on Fox. Will Cooper Flagg be closer to Larry Bird or Christian Laettner, or do you have another name somewhere in the middle between these two extremes?
And I know it's the day after Juneteenth. You can say a brother's name too, by the way.
No. We're doing the white guy basketball.
Okay, the white guy basketball. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing
Enjoy that. All right. So, again, man, you guys are definitely interested in this one. We're talking about Cooper Flagg, presumptive number 1 pick, going to the Mavericks, clearly. And heck of a player, heck of a year, averaging almost 20 at Duke, and I think it was like 7-8 rebounds. Really good player. Question is, where's the peak? Where do you put him at? Christian Laettner, 1-time All-Star, don't sleep. Solid NBA career, just not matching his college career.
Right, he's a great college
And then Larry Bird, who I think, and I've spent this for years knowing you, Larry Bird keeps getting pushed further and further back. People just want to put. I'm like, hold on, y'all remember Larry Bird?
No, they don't remember Larry Bird. They don't.
And I'm like, all right,
3 MVPs in a row.
I'm like, y'all got to relax. The dude was insane.
And he had a bad back. Remember, it was like broken.
A bucket, a pass, maybe top 3, top 2 passing forwards all. Maybe it's like LeBron and him if you're talking passing forwards. I mean, utterly ridiculous for sure. So Larry Bird spectrum or the Christian Laettner spectrum or someone else. I'm running with Tom Chambers right now. I'm really feeling I'm enjoying that Tom Chambers pick. Who we got?
What about Don in Nashville? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Don? Oh, it's Don in Boston, but you're driving down in Nashville. Yeah. Very soft. Yes, what's happening? How are you?
What's going on, guys? How's it going?
Doing great, buddy. How are you? I know you're not with the Larry Bird thing because you're from Boston. You know that.
Tweety Bird couldn't shoot the J either, so he's closer to Tweety Bird than he is to Tweety Bird. But no, I like the kid. He's going to have a great game. Chris Mullins, maybe, sure. Definitely some. But I called to congratulate you on 2 calls on this final series of Indianapolis. Indy, taking the first game and then taking last night. Bold calls, very, very bold.
Yes, thank you. And I'm going to call. I'm picking them for Game 7. I am. Don.
You are?
Yes, I am. To win, not just to cover. I'm going to pick them to win. They feel like a team of destiny to me. That's just what it feels like.
Well, I tell you, that would be the boldest call of all. And, because, don't bet on them because your record can't.
Yeah, I'm struggling right now. Struggling, no doubt.
And you picked today, right? So if you go 0-3 today, just don't come back from vacation.
Yes, it'll be bad. All right.
Sugar Don. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Listen. Appreciate it. Who we got?
Andrew in Bakersfield, California. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What up, Drew?
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
All right, I got Kevin Love, Luke Walton, or Kurt Rambis, although I haven't seen Cooper Flagg play.
Okay, then you can't. I was going to say Rambis and...
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
And
how did he miss and play?
And Luke Walton?
Yeah, Luke Walton.
I'm sorry.
Luke Walton was...
But he ain't on this level. Come on.
Not on this level. Nah. Luke Walton in college was nice.
Mark in Pennsylvania. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mark?
Yeah, hey, thank you. First time, long time. Kelvin, you've been a great gold nugget as a find, so thank you that you're on there.
Oh, that's very nice,
man. Hey, you know what, Mark? Don't even say you. You got to say the Mark is a caller of 2025.
Kelvin.
Put him in the Hall of Fame. Oh, shoot, he's still on the phone. My bad, I didn't hear you, Mark. Go ahead.
So, Mark, you've been listening from the beginning?
Oh, my God. I've gone back with you and Chris for I don't even know how long.
Wow.
So, long time.
I know. So you've never called, though, but you've been listening. What today made you call?
Well, because you went with the Larry Bird, and being one of those old white guys,
right? I
have to go with Kevin McHale. And although I don't know if Cooper's ever going to ride the bench, I mean, when you talk about the best 6-man player, and then coming in, and I mean, they're the same height, they're the same weight. Kevin did everything and did everything in college. You know, I'm a Yankee, so the fact he was a Gopher, I'll give him a lot of credit for that. And so I have to give my shout out to Larry's, brother on the team, Kevin.
Kevin was nice.
And Mark, let me say this. This is the only thing I could never figure out with Kevin McHale. How did he not scrape his knuckles when he was walking? That's all I want to know.
Stop it.
All right. Well, thanks, Mark.
He had a unique build. He had a unique frame.
Yeah, long arms.
His shoulders were high and his arms were long. I give you that. Man, he was nice. He was a bucket.
Like a wacky inflatable guy.
He might be top 3 for post moves.
Stretch Armstrong. How about that?
I mean, you got Hakeem Olajuwon, Kevin McHale. If you're talking bigs down there on the block, who else would I put in that category? Because if you're talking other post-up, you got Jordan and Kobe with the fadeaways and all that. But on the block, Tim Duncan was nice down there too. But man,
let's go with Mo in Alabama. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mo?
Hey guys,
what's up,
man?
Mo?
I'm a little older than you guys. I'm 68. What about Rick Barry, man? Rick Barry was a bad boy.
Rick Barry was nice. He was more guard centric than Cooper would be. Oh, but yeah, Rick Barry is legendary too, without a doubt. I think people are starting to forget a little bit how athletic Cooper Flagg is. Like I don't know if y'all been watching him play. That boy's jumping from daggone from the free throw line. He's banging on people two-handed and blocking shots, hitting his head on the backboard. Like Cooper Flagg is crazy athletic, and that's one of the things I think people are kind of forgetting about.
Thanks, Mo. Appreciate
it, Mo.
How about Tony in Wisconsin? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tony?
Gentlemen, first off, here in Milwaukee, we think Con Knippel is going to be the better of the two.
Okay.
But Cooper Flagg reminds me of Keith Van Horn.
Keith Van Horn was a big star for the Nets.
Yeah, he had a nice career.
He had some really nice years.
Yeah.
And I think he finished, 17 points, 7 rebounds? Not bad.
No, Keith Van Horn had a nice career. I think he had that Christian Laettner of like, I was so good in college, you guys won't ever talk about my NBA career because you're holding me to that kind of a thing.
But Tony, we ain't buying no Larry Bird. Am I right, Tony?
No. Larry Bird is you got to be something really, really special. Not that Cooper Flagg can't be,
right.
But no.
It's a tall order.
Larry Bird.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thanks for the call.
Take care, gentlemen.
We can't just be throwing around Larry Birds that.
I agree.
I told you, Magic Johnson has, he's going to be okay, enough, Magic. Do you know how good you were? Do you know what you meant to the city of LA? I know you've been doing that's too much humble.
Yeah, too much.
Come on now, Magic. It's showtime.
Thanks, everybody who chimed in. A lot of calls, a lot of interest in this. We talked about this topic a couple days off the air, and we were like, we know we want to do it, so we finally got
we had to get it in too
there.
before you left as well. So